Where did the idea come from for the song Lake Pontchartrain? Asks, I love skater boys. I think it is an awesome song, and I haven't heard anything like it. No, it's a shame. You check out
a combination of two songs, right?
You check out the band Enchando, because I totally ripped the verses off.
We were in Houston, Texas, at Matt's parents' house,
and I had always wanted to write a song about Lake Pontchartrain because it just creeped me out, and it's got a great name. And anyway, I don't know. I went on spring break to New Orleans with a couple of my friends in college, and I just sort of took that premise and turned it into a terrible story where they got murdered. And I don't know. Where'd Jurassic Park come from? These things just fall from the sky.
And then the music, I think we were trying to write songs in Houston, and there were like. You had
there were two different songs.
Two parts. They were like, I'm working on this and I'm working on this, and I think Mr. Farrell here said, put them together.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Boom.
We got a song.
And then there was a song.
The American Badass wants to know.
Wait a minute, the American Badass?
I think it's the OG.
Isn't that Kid Rock?
No, I don't.
Why Kid Rock in this chat?
He wants to know what bands were your main influences to become a band yourselves.
ME330.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice.
ME330.
You go first. Let me think about this.
Well, more information. ME330 is a third wave ska punk band in St. Louis who went to the same high school I did and whatever, but we would kind of watch them be in a van and then go all over the world and then keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. So we just thought that was the biggest and best thing you could ever do was live in a van.
Yeah, there were dudes from where we were from that went to the same schools and ate at the same restaurants and shopped at the same music stores and were touring all over the world and making amazing music, and it was a big deal.
I never really wanted to travel around in a van. It just sort of started happening. So, but I really liked Weezer for a long time there. What about you?
Mine were mainly just drummers I enjoyed and wanted to be the drummer of a band.
Satriani?
It wasn't definitely Satriani.
Shuichi Shindu wants to know, how did you come up with the lyrics to Love Me Dead? Well, what's that?
What was the name?
Shuichi Shindo. Somebody that we knew in our band had a terrible girlfriend when he was 19, and she was horrible and awful, but he just kept going back to her, and sort of inspired by that, wrote a whole song of just that, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of relationship. And, I don't know, we never saw Dr. Jekyll. We only were visited by Mr. Hyde. He saw some sort of doctorate at some point there. I don't think she had the license to practice any sort of medicine, but she was awful. But, that's sort of the whole deal. It was Matt. Heart X Core wants to know. Oh. Well, who wrote Topeka? To whoever wrote it, what was going through your head while writing?
Yeah, we did that.
Sorry.
Next.
Yeah, who edited this? Jasmine?
Let's take this moment. What are people saying?
Right now, they're saying Andrew's hair is crazy and he should keep the paper out of his face. There's some going back and forth about the Tim Farrell versus Tim Comedy camps here. Not really sure what's going on.
What are we
Shelby's uncle lives near Lake Pontchartrain.
Oh, really?
What up, Shelby?
Shelby.
What is the war between Farrell and I?
Competition?
It's up a bit. How do I page up on this thing?
Oh my god. Yeah. They keep coming in.
Keep us posted.
Maybe fill out a question in the meantime.
I mean, ask them.
Oh, we can't really fill.
25,000?
Oh.
It's like 1 million?
There's 1 million people right now watching this.
Wow.
That's the most made-up thing you've ever seen.
Read a book. Crowning 2010. Hey, how did Oh no, go ahead.
Someone is skipping lab to watch this.
Oh man, labs aren't that important. You got a good lab partner.
Right now your lab partner's at the eye wash, like just trying to rinse hydrochloric acid out of his face.
Jesus Christ, where are you? I need you. Hi, Ellie. Crowning 2010. Hey, how did you write Broken Bride? Who created it? And how did you make such an amazing concept album? Please answer.
Broken Bride started out as one song that was sort of the story, but we couldn't fit the whole story into one song, and so it just kept getting longer and longer and longer, and eventually we had 5 songs, and we made it into a record.
We weren't sure. Was it going to be 2 parts on 2 different albums, 2 songs on the same album? And
we didn't know.
As we pursued it and were writing, it became clear that that stuff wasn't really going to fit on like a regular Ludo record, so we decided to kind of make it its own thing.
We chased the dragon, man, and it led us through the looking glass.
And how did we make it so amazing?
Oh yeah.
We tried.
We just
real hard.
ripped off as many other good artists as we possibly could and just packed it in there.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.